Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much for returning. I do truly appreciate that very, very much. So today's reading is going to be on some healing, and it's mostly pertaining to the heart, the love sector of our lives. So I pulled some cards previously and I just want to go through them, and then we'll pull some additional ones to get clarity. But today's going to be a beautiful reading because a lot of it is healing. So let's jump right in. So we're going to start with this pile here. All right, so we have relaxation, peaceful pursuits, and happy times. And obviously, there's someone laying in a hammock here with what looks like to be no worries. Okay, this is taking the time for yourself, being peaceful, letting things go. And in that rest, you are healing so many things because this is your self-care time. This is what you're taking out from the kind of busyness of your life. And in that, I'm getting like silence, quietness. You're healing so many things in the background. Now, the tarot that came out with this was the Three of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Now, what I got with this is, okay, these two cards are almost identical here. Okay, so the Three of Swords in reverse is about healing your heart. I'm getting like heart stabbing. You know, if somebody came up and mistreated your love that you gave, this is what you're done with. Okay, you're done with the accepting that as the norm, and you're actually turning away anything that does not bring you this feeling, this peaceful rest, happy times feeling. Okay, now with the Seven of Pentacles being in reverse, what Spirit's trying to tell you here is that you cannot rush this. Okay, now you are healing at an exponential rate, faster than most would, because you're seeing the signs and you're catching these cycles that you have fallen into previously faster than your average person. Okay, so while the upright Seven of Pentacles is about being patient and watching your seeds grow, some of you may have just given up on this altogether and said, I have no patience, I want this to go fast. And some of you are saying, I understand that this healing process takes time, and I am prepared to give that the time to heal. So the affirmation for this card, it says, I am weaving more fun and relaxation into my life. My peaceful pursuits expand my spiritual connections, and I am grateful. All right. So that is honestly a beautiful place to be. Okay, so if you feel that you're here, and even though you may feel some kind of past residual somethings with, again, your heart chakra or heart breaks or whatever situations where you may have felt these literal knives stabbing, just know that you are healing and that this process cannot be rushed. Okay, so in the stillness, in the quietness, this is where the healing happens. If you are going out and you feel you need to be busy, busy, busy and go, 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 that's a trauma response to something like this. Okay, and it could be from a number of things. All right, whatever it stems from, just know that when the healing occurs is when you are able to finally relax. Okay. Now, this came out after those. So again, after the Seven of Pentacles comes the Eight of Pentacles. And I love that these came out together because this is actually showing us that with the Eight of Pentacles, we are working hard at building our talents, building our money supply, practicing whatever it is that we are doing. And in this, we are manifesting everything that we need. Okay, so the way I look at this, again, there's an artist here. He's got all these pieces of art up on the wall, and he's drawing a new one here. That's how we manifest what we need. We must keep going and keep working towards whatever it is that we want in our life. Whatever it is that we desire, we need to perfect that skill set. So whatever it is that you are called to do at this time, again, if you are an artist or you like music or anything that is producing something that your energy is being put into it, Spirit is telling you that it is prime time for you to manifest exactly the life that you want. But with the Eight of Pentacles comes somewhat of a warning, all right? Just remember to take that time out too and relax, okay? So again, don't be busy, go, go, go. You must slow down and heal. Otherwise, this will not happen. All right, so then we got some more cards here. So we're going to get into these separately. All right, so let's start with this first one. Because again, the healing heart. This came out right with that one, and that is exactly what they signify. So we have love, acceptance, and romance. And this is a beautiful golden heart. And with that came the Hierophant. So there is something in our past hurts that are teaching us how to love. Like I'm getting, the golden heart. So what that means is that you're not in this space anymore of this swords in your heart feeling. You've healed it, and now this is what it looks like. And it's got this hard metal shell, and it cannot be hurt again. Okay? We are letting our past hurts teach us how to be stronger, how to love more fiercely. And this may even include taking down our walls and opening up with vulnerability. All right? So you hear that saying, a heart of gold. That's what that means. It's got to do with giving your love unconditionally, and that includes to yourself. Okay? I love that. The affirmation for this one is the light of divine love heals my heart. I open my life to the tender, caring treatment that my soul desires. So that's exactly the space that we're sitting in at this point. We are letting, again, those past hurts teach us what we don't want, okay? We're going to heal from these, and we're not going to repeat those cycles. And it's interesting, too, because we did over here get past life guides and karmic lessons. So that is part of what this healing is, okay? So we'll get into that as well. The next one that came up was letting go of urgency. Look at in this picture, there's calendars, there's little Post-its with a laptop, I forgot what they call those things. The sands of time is what's coming to me. All these clocks. And basically it's like you feel sometimes that you just need to go, go, go. Okay? So Spirit is asking you at this time to surrender and let go of urgency. Okay, I also picked up on that with this reversed Seven of Pentacles. You cannot rush healing. All right? You cannot rush lessons. So this is all about surrendering to the here and now and not worrying about the past and what's happened or the future and what's on its way in. And then we also have the Sun card here. And so a lot of this is going to be having to do with inner child healing. And this is what's going to bring you this happiness, this joy, this positive, loving energy, okay? Now, the other thing that I got with this, and this is such a strange thing, and forgive me if it's too weird for some of you, but it reminded me of Beetlejuice, where you have the sandworm. So it's kind of like an alternate universe, and if you are not taking this time out to relax and to heal, Spirit's gonna force you to go there. This to me almost seemed like some kind of fake backyard that was created, and here you are as your little child version of yourself playing on this little horse, okay? And it's such an interesting way to look at it, because Here, as a child, you don't have those time constraints, okay? You're not thinking, I need to hurry up and do something. I need to go, go, go. As a child, you just were. You just lived your life and you did what you needed to do. So Spirit is telling you, if you do not take this time to relax, to heal, to slow down, and to let go of the urgency, I'm going to put you in a place that's going to force you to do that, okay? And I don't want to say that some of us have issues. Again, these are trauma responses. So we're unlearning that hurry up and wait scenario. So many of us grew up feeling that we have to go, go, go because that's what we witnessed from our parents, from our grandparents, from our aunts and uncles, from any, familial or societal norms. We are validating our inner child and saying it is okay to sit back and relax because this is what's going to bring us the healing. All right, the affirmation for that one: I deserve to relax and let go. I live my life at a peaceful pace and in a truly self-caring way. I love that. And again, I'm very much getting that we're integrating our inner childs here, our inner childs. So as we're kind of doing this rest, and maybe that's what scared some of us initially about it, it's about feeling our feelings and validating our inner child, right? So some of us have been taught to ignore our feelings, to ignore our pain and our trauma. But we are understanding now, the more we kind of experience this pain, that in order to process it and let it go, we must do exactly that. Feel it and then let it go. It's not your pain to carry around your entire life. It's not required of you, okay? Spirit says that while you did experience that, whatever it was, and nobody here on this channel especially is invalidating your pain, okay? But what you are doing with yourself now is treating yourself now as the older version of you and going back and validating your pain. Because maybe nobody else did for you. Okay, maybe people did brush it off. Like, oh, that happened to you, suck it up, buttercup, get over it. But you're sitting here going, no, that pain did happen to me. And I'm going back and validating my inner child for having experienced that at such a young age. Or maybe at your, adult age, whatever it is that happened. And sometimes I will say this, again, with shadow work, because I consider inner child healing part of shadow work. Sometimes when we go back, things need to be healed in layers. So you may find yourself in a particular scenario that happened to you, going back multiple times with your inner child and saying, I validate your experience. And you're kind of coddling them and hugging them and saying, I'm here now as the adult version of me. I love you unconditionally. It's not your fault, whatever it was that occurred, and that it's okay to let go of this pain. It's not your burden to carry. So I'm going to take it from you now and I'm going to release it. And then that's it. That's all you have to do. Yeah, that's very emotional. So whoever is going through this right now, just understand to have compassion for yourself. And even if others don't have compassion for you, that's okay, because it's not their journey, it's yours. And you don't need to get that external validation. You are validating yourself right now. That is what we're being called to do. Now, the next pile here we have is past life guides, which is karmic lessons and present assistance. We got this with the Queen of Swords. What I love about this pile is that it's telling us that, yeah, we've been hurt and these were part of our lessons, but you also have guides here to help guide you through your current, I'm not going to say misery, whatever it is you're going through, whatever it is that you're releasing, okay? What this is doing, And I love that she's got this suit of armor. Good old Queen of Swords, okay? She is validating your inner child. But she's also the one that's hugging that inner child and saying, I'm going to protect us from here on out. If there is anything that comes up that does not feel right to me in my inner guidance, I am going to use my sword to cut it off, to set a boundary, to do whatever it is that we need to do to protect this version of us and this version of us. Because we've been through so much, we're not going to put up with what we put up with in the past again. So now we can imagine this Queen of Swords with her inner child and this heart of gold. This is beautiful energy. And not only that, but we have support. So you are never alone out there. I just want to throw that out there. You're never alone. You always have support, whether it is your own inner guidance system, whether it is spirit, whether it is your guides. You know, everything is here to help you, to get you through whatever it is that you are trying to get through at this time. So for this card, the affirmation is, loving past life guides are with me, bringing healing and understanding just when I need it most. So there it is. That is what I pulled up. Now, I also, last night in meditation, pulled these two cards from two different decks, and I just want to go through them because it makes all the sense to go with this reading today. So the first one is, there is no more profound thing that you can do for your biology than to change the energy of a troubled past. Your DNA will change. Your heart will change. And energy will start flowing into you that will actually create a longer life. Isn't that insane to think about? The more you heal, the more you are creating this beautiful version of you. And what it's doing is it's unlearning so many of the past things that, again, we were taught or told we must ignore things or don't process things, don't talk about our feelings, put those walls up, don't let anybody in. You know, whatever it is that you were under the impression that you needed to be, you're letting that go. And you are now upgrading your DNA because of it. It is such a crazy concept, but it is true. Read up on it and look into how this works, okay? The other card is, what if it was easy? Think about that. If healing were easy, wouldn't you jump right in to do it? So on the back it says, it doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. So your soul action for today is list 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes. Sorry. I do get choked up with this kind of stuff because it's just something that, again, with the societal norms and how we were raised, we were really taught so many things that are just not true. But it's not that our society or our family are liars, okay? I'm not implying that at all. But what I am saying is these are the lenses that we see things through with our trauma eyes or our trauma heart, okay? We're basically telling people with all those swords stuck in it, everything's got to be hard. In order for you to do this or to get that, you must work hard. You must hustle, go, 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 go. Okay, that's really what society has taught us. You can't have anything that's easy. Anything that's easy is not worth it, you know, and to some extent that can be true. But healing is different. Healing requires it to be easy because we must rest. And that's when the healing occurs. Okay? The moment that we understand that and let our nervous system slow down and calm down, again, into the parasympathetic, the rest and digest state, that takes us out of the sympathetic, which is the fight or flight. Okay? We don't have to go, go, go all the time. Our bodies don't actually want that. They don't enjoy doing that. Some of us have to heal this inner child notion of urgency in order to be able to slow down and relax. Okay? And again, with the healing, you can't rush this. There is no rushing healing. It's going to come up when it's going to come up. And that's part of the ease. Okay? Some of us get impatient. Let's just say we have a lifelong history of doing something, whatever it is that we need to heal. And you've lived for 40 years, 20 years, 30 years, however many years. And you now within a day are getting impatient because you haven't unlearned something. Okay? Part of the healing is having compassion with yourself and giving yourself that space and that room to grow from the healing. You're going to start to notice that your vibration's going to change as you heal, and people will drop out of your life. And that's totally okay, because those people are not meant to be there. All right? Sometimes just by simply existing, you trigger people. And those are the people that want to leave. And that's totally acceptable, because guess what? They weren't there for your highest good anyways. So that's some of the affirmations you can say to yourself is, I attract in those who vibrate at my frequency. I am calling in my soul tribe. So these are the people that want to see you succeed and want to see you be your best and highest self. And that includes you, okay? You can be that for other people as well. You're going to start to attract in people that also are on their healing journey, and they want to succeed themselves, but they in turn want to see you succeed. They don't come from a place of lack. They understand that the universe has more than enough. Okay? So we're not all fighting for something. And that's a lot of what the urgency is. Some of us were taught that, let's talk about the corporate ladder. I have to be the one at the top of the corporate ladder, and I'm willing to step on anybody to get up there. I'll lie, beg, steal, kill, maim, whatever I have to do to get up there. That's part of that sense of urgency. But a lot of us are going back and unlearning that and saying, I don't have to be that way to still get to where I need to go. And that's freaking people out, man. Because we have believed for so long that this is the way that it had to be. And so people are kind of looking at you like, well, how are you doing this when you rest and you're happy? How come you're not like go, go, go all the time and you still get what it is you need to get by in life? I don't understand it. You're like an enigma. So it's such a beautiful position in life to be, because you are threatening the norm. And that's what makes us like rebels and renegades, and I love it. Like, we are paving the path. And again, this is where we go from learning our lessons to being the teacher. And it's about coming from this place of love. So many do not understand this concept. It's like we feel that we have to close this off and not talk about our feelings, and hurt people. That's what I'm getting. All right. So imagine going into a relationship with somebody, and this is what they're bringing, and this is what you're bringing. Do you see the difference here? This is basically like, okay, I am radiating this beautiful golden aura of love. And in the past, this might be what I was, radiating out. And so I was attracting more of this. But now that we're in this heart space, these people are not coming at you anymore. Okay? They've learned that you don't want this. This is not part of what we want in our future or in our now anymore, because we've healed past that. And we're deciding for ourselves, again with the Queen of Swords, that this is not what we want for ourselves. All right. I'm going to close this reading with a Starseed oracle, and then I will get some spirit messages just to close this reading out. So, Spirit, give me an oracle that goes with this reading, please. All right, that one. There it is. It says, jump in. On the bottom of the deck here, we have Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. That is beautiful. Because again, we are talking about our inner child. We are all children of the cosmos. All right. So this one says, jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, and say yes to change. And that looks like an I. And I love that too, because there are so many things within nature and the universe that emulate things within our body. You know, if you think about trees, that looks like our nervous system with all the like kind of roots and things that go out. It also represents our circulatory system. So we are basically like a tree. You think of your main part here, your sternum and all that area as your trunk, and then your arms can be the branches with your head, and then down at your feet is all your roots. So that's why when you're doing your grounding exercises, you can imagine your feet being planted into the ground just like a tree. It's exactly what it is. All right, so let's read on this card. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It's believed that Andromedan starseeds are a group of beings who love their freedom, very adaptable. They have a strong willingness to and ability to change and go with the flow, to find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and take a jump on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on Earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability, and find a way to be the calm in the chaos. You didn't come to Earth to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now, take a good run up and leap. So your soul inquiry for this is, how can you be more adventurous? How are you being called to jump right on in and leap? Beautiful. All right, so let's get some spirit messages to go with this. All right, there's one. You are not moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure. You are at a sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. On this path, there is no such thing as being behind. Smile, breathe, carry on. I love that because it, again, ties in with this sense of urgency. Some people feel like slowing down and relaxing feels too slow. And again, that goes back to that kind of trauma response of the fight or flight. All right. So many of us have never had the opportunity to truly relax. And it feels awkward at first. But just know that it does not mean that you're going too slow. Okay? Spirit wants you to slow down and to rest. That's part of the healing process. So let go of the urgency and know that you are not going too slow. Okay, what else do we have? Be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception, and that's on them. No matter what people say, don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty that you hold within. Stand tall in your power. I love it. Queen of Swords, that's you. Stand tall in your power and cut off anything that does not absolutely serve your highest good. All right, we have don't allow negative emotions to fester. And that's the Three of Swords there. If you are feeling frustrated, angry, or hurt, for example, just acknowledge that. Instead of fighting your feelings, go with them and work with them. Then true healing can really begin. Wow. Beautiful. That's exactly what came out earlier here. Don't place limits on yourself. You're an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. I love it. What areas of your life are you avoiding? Are they causing you upset, worry, disrupted sleep? If so, these are the areas you need to focus on. As much as you don't want to, it is necessary. Tackle your demons head on. Don't allow them to rule you for a second longer. So that's again for the people who I said, if you can't stop and let go of urgency and just rest, Spirit's gonna put you there. Okay. So in the example, things always manifest physically in our worlds. Some of you may, let's just say, and I don't want to call this in, but I just want to explain how this can physically manifest. You might get ill and be laid up in a bed for a long time, and it's forcing you to rest. You can't go. Maybe if you walk a lot, you might sprain your ankle. Now you can't do it as much. There's just going to be things that are going to manifest in your body that are like screaming at you to slow down and stop. And unless you take heed and actually do it, Spirit's going to force it upon you. And again, I think of it as not like an angry fatherly figure that's like, I'm going to put you down if you don't stop. It's not like that. It's that they see what's best for you. I say they, you have guides, you have Spirit, your ancestors, everybody, they. And they know what you need to do to be able to accomplish what it is you want to do. And if you're not taking the time for yourself to do that, they're going to make sure that you do. We see that you are on the brink of a breakthrough that you have patiently been waiting for. A situation is about to come full circle. The lessons have been learned. This is a win-win situation for you. Trust that we are working behind the scenes to ensure the best outcome for you. Yep, that's like exactly what I said. It's basically like we're helping you through this, okay? You're learning your lessons, so we're going to make sure that what comes next is absolutely for your best and highest good because they have your back. They want to make sure that you do right by yourself. All right. So this has been your reading. And like I said, some of us are struggling through this, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself. Have compassion for yourself. And just remember that inner child, okay? If you treat yourself as you would any child, let alone your own little inner child, it should be always with love and with this heart of gold, right? Like, don't worry, little child, I got you. I'm going to carry you. I have this suit of armor. We're going to go through this together. We're going to cut off anything that doesn't belong here because we're tired of allowing things in that don't serve us. The other message is let go of urgency. You cannot rush this healing. Okay? So again, if it is a deep wound, it's going to come up several times to be healed. Think of it like an onion. Layers. What does it take to get down to the core of an onion? It takes many, many, many layers. And sometimes those traumas, if they're very deep, are going to call you to heal in layers. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. Remember to fill your own cup up before you fill someone else's. Go within so you never go without. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and as always, love. All right. Thank you again so much for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.